What's up guys, Mr. Xtreme here, and welcome to Suggestion Box. It's a game by Bitosu, and you can find the link to it in the description below. In it, we're going to be trying to save a failing company by taking suggestions from its customers. And I get to pick the best of the worst. Okay. Left click for I like it, right click for I hate it. Okay, suggestion. Alexander Hilton, we are in New York. He wants to borrow $10. He promises to pay me back. No. A phone that actively resists user commands. I don't think that's such a good idea, Tom Evans. Throw money at your customers. It looks like I've only got one X left, but I'm gonna use it. For customers to listen to the terms of service in its entirety before startup. Nobody's going to like that! I should have thrown money at the customers, because now I have to take this suggestion. Oh god. Hire more clowns. Let's do that. Oh god, they hate it. Start a pyramid scheme. No. Look at that stock, it's down to 58. Device that smells fear. Yes! They like it! Horror movies now market using Oberon fear ratings. Oh, nice! Spooky Goblin House 5, the latest in the horror film series that has employed a fresh new technique to market itself to the public by using Oberon's fear detector to test audiences. On test audiences, the film can scientifically prove its high fear factor. Oh, that's how this is going to work. Okay. Use eggs instead of cardboard boxes for shipping. No. Instant noodles that is actually ready instantly. Yes! Let's do that. They don't like it? Why don't you like it? Because noodles shatter space-time continuum. Oberon, attempting to get its foot into the food industry, released a brand of instant noodles that claims to be done in nanoseconds. When Oberon allowed reporters to test the product out, the noodles instead vanished into thin air, sending vibrations that could be felt worldwide. Scientists have yet to prove a concrete answer. Oh my god. That's great. Virtual pizza, let's do it. Oh god. World-renowned food critic dies attempting to eat the virtual pizza app. Beloved TV personality and food critic Fry Gianorio tragically died while recording the hit show Probably Food earlier today. The cause of his sudden death has been attributed to his insistence on attempting to eat Oberon's latest app titled Virtual Pizza. Okay, let's see. Troy Gunderson, who's a UFO researcher, wants us to make goblin hunting equipment. Yeah! Yeah, and our stock goes up. Oberon creates useless equipment. Crazy people rejoice. Oberon's latest product has customers either scratching their heads in confusion or celebrating that at long last someone has thought to cater to their needs as they unveil their line of goblin hunting equipment. These products tote their effectiveness on baseless attributes goblins allegedly possess. I love it. Okay. Chet Gunderson, a pharmacist, wants us to make a fish brain computer. I don't think that would be good. Fran Bond wants us to make, who's a water boy, wants us to make computers dumber so they don't outsmart humans. I don't think that's going to be such a good idea. You like Xavier Bitterfoot, who is a gardener and wants a fish to English translator. Sure! Fish finds news job. Fish happy, fish very happy. Fish can talk to human now. This make fish happy, very happy. Now fish can write. Fish write good, very good. Fish heard journalists Watergates. Fish good at watering gates. Very good. Fish get paid very well for watering gates. So many brown pellets. Very okay tasting. Fish understand that he must write certain amount of human words. Fish running out of good ones. Fish very scared. Oh, that poor fish. Okay. Oswald Kramer. By the way, our stock is now at 93. It went up 15, and our customer approval is up to 15, which is horrible. But we went up 10 points when making fish to human translators. Oh, Oswald Kramer, who's a librarian, wants us to leak a couple of social security numbers. That would not be a good idea. Pierre Lariviere, who's a teacher, wants us to make a computer that charges user $1 each time it's powered on. Let's try it. I'd be paying a fortune. Stock went up, but the freaking computer, but the approval rating hit 0. I got a score of 500. That I'm doing that again, and this time I'm going to read all of them. Okay. Goblin hunting equipment. Yes, give me that. I gotta watch our customer approval though, and I've already read the goblin hunting equipment one, so I don't want to read it again. Computer with a self-destruct button from Gretchen Kramer, who's a toll booth attendant. Why? Because. Oh, God! That was a horrible choice! Customer approval's down. Almost all the way. Oberon computers burned down houses of curious customers. Of course that would happen. If there's a button there that says don't press, we're gonna press it. Fires erupted earlier today in the homes of dozens of Oberon computers, where their owners either accidentally or out of curiosity pushed a new button labeled self-destruct, embedded on every computer. Oh, why? Why did I click yes? Because it would be funny. That's why I clicked yes. Frank Jones, who is a fisherman, wants a robot that reads for you. Didn't we have that with Teddy Ruxpin? Let's give it a shot. Woo! Woo! You saved the company, dude. Average amount of books read per adult skyrockets. After the release of Oberon's newest product, the Auto Reader, the average amount of books read per American adult yearly skyrocketed from 2 to 3 to 67,342. With the amount of people setting their auto readers to maximum speed 24/7. Can you even hear? You can't comprehend it if they set it to maximum speed. Americans can now finally appear to be informed without having to actually read. Oh man, I wish I could go over here and scroll. Can I scroll? No, I can't. Okay. Biff Bradley, an artist, wants instant noodles that is actually ready instantly. Let's not this time around, because last time we made people disappear. Franz Tillerworth, a construction worker, wants power your offices with electric rowboats. If we did that, then we'd probably save money and make really fit people, so let's do it. Customer approval went up. Stock went down, but customer approval went up, and the customer approval is important. Oberon office is not sufficiently powered by Rose. In another desperate PR stunt from Oberon, ironically stemming from one of the previous PR stunts, the Oberon Cares initiative, Oberon announced that they will be quickly transitioning from a traditional power sources to all rowboat electric something. I can't read it because I put a check mark on the freaking phone. Tablet. All rowboat electric something that at the time of writing barely powers light bulbs, let alone in office housing hundreds of servers and hundreds I forgot about that. Fish to English translator. Let's do it. Yeah. Okay. Jamie Willow, a yoga instructor, wants us to provide ferret insurance to all employees. That can't cost us too much. Are they gonna call us on not providing other pet insurance? Let's do it. Customer approvals up to 55. Stocks down to 85. Oberon provides ferret insurance to one employee who has a ferret. I bet that's who put that in there. Oberon has made a monumental, albeit minuscule, contribution to rights of workers nationwide by giving extensive insurance to ferret owners company-wide, or perhaps ferret owner would be a more accurate term since there's only one. Fry Danworth, a professional golfer, wants us to file a lawsuit. Let's not. Jim Von Weissen, a tour guide, wants us to make computers emit gamma radiation. No! Because unlike the Hulk, that would actually kill you. Oh. Okay, Kellen Albert, delivery man, wants us to give him a job. Let's do it! Wyoming delivery man named new senior executive of Oberon. It didn't have to be that job. Our stock's at 65, but our customer approval is also at 65. Kellen Albert, a 35-year-old delivery man living in a small city in Wyoming, has been named senior executive of Oberon earlier today, despite the fact that his only experience in the world of business is this one time when he talked to a grocery store manager about the pears he bought smelling funny. Oh yeah, let's just put everybody who doesn't know anything about anything in charge of everything. Let's not give this guy $10. Pierre Lariviere, a teacher, wants a computer that charges you $1 each time it's powered on. Let's not do that because that killed us last time. And I just got us back up to 65 customer approval. Okay, Dave Bradworth, a dog show judge, wants a car driven by voice command. That's going to be disastrous. That is really going to be disastrous because people like to talk on the phone while they're driving. And that's just no. That's a no. Oswald Kramer, a librarian, wants us to leak a couple of social security numbers. Dan Wilson, a doctor, wants us to make a fake license maker. I don't have any more disapproval, so I have to hit yes. Dang. That hurt. Next one's virtual pizza. It's gonna go down. Alright. Government cracks down on Oberon's license maker. Oberon, in one of its more misguided endeavors, has released a device that the sole purpose of creating your own license, which is almost definitely illegal. Yeah. Several executives at Oberon directly involved with the development of the product face criminal charges. Pip Lombard, drill sergeant, wants virtual pizza, which is going to kill a food show guy, and we're going to fail because I can't veto anymore. Score is 350. That is horrible, and I made a horrible choice at the beginning. We're going to go through this one more time. Okay. Xavier Bitterfoot of El Paso, Texas. He's a gardener. Wants us to make the fish the English translator. Let's do that. That was awesome. Kellen Albert of Casper, Wyoming, who's a delivery man, wants us to give him a job. That's going to, like, our customer approval would go up, but our stock would go down. Can our customer approval get higher than 100? Let's find out. No, it can't, so that was pointless. Elliot Tiddlywinks of Fargo, North Dakota, who's a plumber, wants us to throw money at our customers. Let's do it. Let's not do that again. I did say it one more time, so that's it. I just have to do stuff that makes us money. Oberon literally throws bags of money at passersby. In the most patronizing and blunt marketing scheme in decades, Oberon representatives were seen throwing bags of money out from their company headquarters, creating a rather large crowd. The money may have led to riots minutes later, but besides that, recent polls has demonstrated that the stunt created a dramatic increase. The approval rating's up 40%, but it's already at 100. People love us. We just need to get our stock up. Computer program. Matt Stoklasa of Chicago, Illinois, who's an editor, wants us to make a computer program that writes movie scripts. Let's do it! It was a horrible choice. Oberon ScriptBot can't stop remaking its own movies. ScriptBot, a machine developed by Oberon to help Hollywood producers design the perfect blockbuster, has found itself in a creative rut after it created one original script. The bot has since created nothing but remakes of the film ever since, with only slight dialogue alterations and casting choices. Fry Danforth of Baltimore, Maryland, who's a professional golfer, wants us to file a lawsuit. Let's not do that. Gretchen Kramer of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, who's a toll booth attendant, wants us to make a computer with the self-destruct button. Let's not do that. Pierre Lariviere of Topeka, Kansas, who's a teacher, wants us to make a computer that charges you $1 each time it's powered on. I have to say no to this because I know it's a bad idea. But that means every idea from here on out, I have to say yes to. Frank Jones of Boston, Massachusetts, who's a fisherman, wants us to make a robot that reads for us. Woo! That was a good one. Alexander Jonathan of New York, who's a student, wants us to let him borrow $10 and he promises to pay us back. And as much as I've passed this one up every time it's come up, I have to say yes. Oberon donates $10 to man who wants to buy a sub. Alexander Jonathan, a middle-class New York college student, received a small yet substantial donation of $10 from Oberon in order to buy a sub from a sandwich shop Jonathan has always wanted to visit, but can tragically never afford under his parents' strict allowance. You know, stock only went down 1, but people really liked it. There we are. Fran Bond of Newark, New Jersey, who's a water boy, wants us to make computers dumber so they don't outsmart humans. I gotta do it. I have no more no's. That was horrible. Oberon phones begin to auto-post about politics. Oh! After the mandatory anti-singularity update, Oberon phones across the nation have been secretly accessing their users' social medias and venting about their apparent new interest in national politics. Finding the exact number of phones rebelling against their owners has proven difficult since all sides of the... Wow! Okay, Jim Slim of Concord, New Hampshire, who's a fish salesman, wants us to start a pyramid scheme. That might make our stock go up. It actually might. Our customer approval is almost as good as it can be. So I know that would go down. But I'm going to say yes. Stock went up to 39, went up 10, and customer approval rating cut in half. Oh, I knew we could kind of afford that one, but wow, that's a hurt piece. Oberon attempts to market pyramid scheme called Oberon Pyramid Scheme. At least we're upfront about it. Oberon proved itself to be both overly transparent and sketchy as the company earlier today announced the Oberon Pyramid Scheme, a name that, just as the title implies, is the textbook definition of a pyramid scheme. That's so funny. Mortimer Jameson of Baltimore, Maryland, who's a butler, wants us to make a hotel for birds. You know what, Mortimer? It's your lucky day. Stock went down 5. Customer approval went up 20. We needed that. Birds nationwide, unable to pay for bird hotel. Birds nationwide jumped with joy upon hearing Oberon's plans to construct a hotel specifically for birds, but after catching word of the hefty prices and their refusal to accept birdseed as payment, hundreds of birds found themselves unable to foot the bill for their stay at the hotel. This has spawned an entire subculture of bird spreading methods of entering, exiting the... Well, I didn't know that was going to happen. Oh gosh, Dan Wilson of Santa Fe, New Mexico, who's a doctor, wants us to make a fake license maker. Let's not, because I can say that now. Seymour Butts of Casper, Wyoming, who's a fisherman, wants us to force customers to listen to the terms of service in its entirety before startup. You can see my head shaking. That's going to be a no, Seymour. Dave Bradford of Baltimore, Maryland, who's a dog show judge, wants a car driven by voice command. That is not going to go well. That will not go well. I can't. I mean, the stock would go up, but people would die. But we're in the what if category now, so it went up 5 points in stock. That was not worth it. It wasn't. Voice-driven car causes accident for man with mumbly voice. I didn't expect that. Iowa resident Hugh McSmith, or possibly Huey McShay, he was rather hard to understand, found himself driving head-on into traffic after his newly purchased Oberon voice-driven car misheard his commands to take a left. Pip Lombard of Morgantown, West Virginia, who's a drill sergeant, wants virtual pizza. No, Pip. Franz Tillerworth of Buffalo, New York, who's a construction worker, wants us to power our offices with electric rowboats. No, Franz. Now I have to say yes, and here the game is going to start to end. Tom Evans of Fort Wayne, Indiana, who's an advertising executive, wants a phone that actively resists user commands. I can't say no, I have to say yes. Ooh. Oberon phones stage protests against owners. Thousands of newly sentient Oberon phones found themselves discontent with their owners and began to organize protests and strikes with the ultimate goal of complete sovereignty and freedom over their human masters. This protest has sparked both outrage over Oberon's allowance of phone sentience and debate over whether humans have the right to exploit phones. That was a bad choice. Francis Gumbo of Salem, Massachusetts, who's a physical therapist, says we should make his dog CFO. He's a good boy, I promise. CFO being Chief Financial Officer. This is an absolutely horrible idea, but I can't say no, so here we go, and ending the game. We invested millions in kibble. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to cut it there. That was that last run through, and that lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. Ooh, if you want to play this game yourself, because I'm sure not all the options popped up on this video, I'm going to put a link in the description so you can give it a try. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, hit subscribe, because I'm going to keep making videos. I'd love to have you along for the ride. I'll see you next time, guys. Peace. Oberon cares.